All right, let's jump right in. Today we are talking about a shift in e-commerce so big, it's kind of like when we first went from physical storefronts to websites. Seriously, we're talking about the rise of AI agents that literally shop for us. And believe me, it is happening so much faster than you think. So to really get a grip on this, let's start with the sheer scale of this revolution. To understand just how big this is, just look at this number: $5 trillion. That's what McKinsey thinks AI agents could be handling in global commerce by the year 2030. I mean, come on. That's not some little niche market. That's a complete and total rewiring of the entire retail economy.
So what is agentic commerce really? Well, imagine telling an AI, hey, find me the absolute best noise-canceling headphones for a long flight. Keep it under $300 and I need them here by Friday. And it doesn't just shoot you a list of links. Nope. It actually goes out, it compares the specs, reads the reviews, finds the absolute best deal, and then it buys it for you. It's your own personal, fully automated shopper.
And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, that's cool, but it's probably years away, think again. Check out this data. Traffic to e-commerce sites from traditional search, it's actually down 10%. But traffic from AI sources, it has absolutely exploded by 1,200%. The switch from us humans searching to machines discovering, it's already happening right now. It's only natural, right? When there's a shift this massive, a huge battle starts brewing to see who's going to control this new world. It's become a race to build the underlying infrastructure, the new roads and bridges, so to speak, that all this AI agent traffic is going to run on. So let's take a look at who the big players are. This slide is super interesting because it really breaks down the three competing strategies. You've got Google pushing for this open, universal standard, the UCP, basically trying to be the neutral plumbing for everybody. Then you have OpenAI and Stripe teaming up on their own protocol, the ACP, which is more of an integrated but still open source fast lane. And then there's Amazon, doing what Amazon does best, right? Building a walled garden, keeping its own agent, Rufus, and all of its customers tucked away inside. And this battle has moved at just lightning speed. I mean, look at this timeline. Between last September and just March of this year, we saw two huge protocols launch, a major lawsuit get filed that could define the rules of the game, and even the creation of a neutral foundation to try and oversee it all. This isn't some theory. The infrastructure is being built and fought over as we speak. Okay, so this is probably the most important point for any business leader watching this. The playbook you've been using for the last, 20 years, it's pretty much obsolete now. The absolute biggest mistake you can make is thinking you can just apply the old rules to this brand new game.
So here's the entire shift in a nutshell. The old game was all about SEO, search engine optimization. You're trying to get human eyeballs on your site using keywords and backlinks. The new game, it's agent readiness. Your new audience is a machine, and let me tell you, it does not care one bit about your clever marketing copy. It cares about clean data, real-time inventory feeds, and an API that it can actually talk to.
And if you need any more proof that SEO and being visible to an AI are two totally different things, here you go. A recent analysis of Amazon found that its own AI agent, Rufus, only recommends products that are on the first page of search results about 22% of the time. Think about that. That means you can be number one in a traditional search and be completely invisible to an AI shopper. They're two separate contests. You know, the rules are also being written in the courtroom. In that huge Amazon versus Perplexity case, the court made a really critical distinction. It said that just because a user gives an AI agent permission to check out a site, it doesn't mean the platform itself has to allow it. This gives platforms like Amazon all the power to block agents that don't play by their rules, which pretty much ends that whole scrape first, ask for forgiveness later era. So if the technology is already here and the protocols are being built, what's holding everything up? Well, the answer, as we're about to see, is probably sitting right inside your own company's databases. So why are so many companies, even though they know this is coming, just completely caught flat-footed? The answer isn't the AI model you're using, it's the data you're feeding it. I mean, just look at this. According to Gartner, a staggering 63% of organizations admit that they either don't have or are just totally unsure if they have data that's actually ready for AI. That is a massive, massive gap between where people want to be and where they actually are. And this data problem, it has very real consequences. Almost 88% of all AI projects fail to ever even make it out of the lab and into the real world. And what's the number one reason they fail? You guessed it, poor data readiness. You can have the smartest AI on the planet, but garbage in, garbage out. It's that simple. I absolutely love this quote from Forrester because it just nails the new reality so perfectly. The glamorous part, the AI model itself, that's not the hard part anymore. The real work, the hard hat work, is in fixing the underlying data architecture. Success now literally depends on your data's plumbing, not its polish. And just look at the payoff when you do that hard work. When an AI model is fed just basic product data, its accuracy is, well, a dismal 16%. But when it gets access to rich, meaningful data that explains the why behind a product, that accuracy jumps all the way to 54%. That is the difference between an AI agent that's useless and one that's actually helpful. Okay, we've defined the problem. We know it's huge, we know it's urgent, and we know it all comes down to data. So what do you actually do about it? Let's break this down into a plan you can actually follow. You can think about getting ready for this in 4 layers, and we have to start with the most important one. First things first, you have to fix your foundational data. Then you decide which protocols you're going to connect to. After that, you enable the agents to actually make a purchase. And finally, you build layers to make sure there's trust and to measure what's actually working. Let's really focus on that first step. Because honestly, it is everything. Fixing your data layer means having structured product info that a machine can easily understand. It means your pricing and your inventory are updated in real time. And crucially, it means adding that semantic context, that why. So an agent doesn't just know a shirt is blue, but it knows it's the perfect shirt for a beach vacation.
So once your data's clean, the next few steps are pretty technical, but they're straightforward. It means formatting your data into feeds for the big protocols. Think of these like the official highways for all that agent traffic. It means building an API, which is kind of like a secure little doorway for agents to ask questions about your products. And it means using platforms that support new things like shared payment tokens, which is just a fancy way of letting an agent securely buy something for a user without ever touching their credit card details.
So we have to end with the one question that is just hanging over this entire revolution. Once machines are the ones doing all the shopping, how do you influence them? When an AI agent just bypasses all your banner ads and all your sponsored listings, what does marketing even look like? Are we going to have to create ads that are designed not for human eyeballs, but for machine logic? That is the billion-dollar question every single business will have to face as we step into this new world of agentic commerce.